May 17th. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Member Gleason,
Present.
Member Gordon,
Present.
Member O'Donoghue,
Present.
Member Ryan absent, Member Schmidt absent, Member Singleton present.
Okay, we'd like to welcome our guests here this evening. I know we have Shannon Radcliffe, Julie Jackson, and Sarah Sisk joining us as well. We always reserve the first few minutes at the board meeting for anybody that would like to address the board. We just ask if you choose to do so, you state your name, and at this time, the floor is yours. Okay. Okay. All right. Moving on, the consent agenda. Were there any questions on the item included in your packet? If there were no questions on the consent agenda, we need a motion to approve. Motion made by Mr. O'Donoghue. Second by Mrs. Singleton.
Mr. Gordon,
Yes.
Mr. O'Donoghue,
Yes.
Ms. Singleton,
Yes.
Ms. Gleason.
Yes. Okay, motion carries. New business, set time and date for the hearing to amend the FY21 budget. We're asking that that date be June 30th at 6 p.m. with the regularly scheduled board meeting to immediately follow. Does that date and time work for everyone?
Sure.
I believe it is a Wednesday.
What's that?
It's a Wednesday.
Okay. Do you need a motion to approve that?
No.
Okay. All right, action items. Approve the 2020-2021 Parent-Student Handbook. This is the second reading. It was included in your packet as a separate attachment. Did anybody have any questions on the handbook? I think Mr. Home will be pleased if we don't have any changes for the second reading. And if there are no other changes, we just need a motion to approve. Motion made by Mr. O'Donoghue.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Singleton.
Mr. O'Donoghue,
Yes.
Ms. Singleton,
Yes.
Ms. Gleason,
Yes.
Mr. Gordon.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Okay, next, approve admission into the Central State 8 Conference. For all of you here, we held a meeting last Monday. We did have, I think, several people in attendance. The last count was 45 for Central State 8. Is that correct? We've also received
75.
75?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Glad to snuck in that I didn't see. We also received a couple emails from community members stating that they were in favor of the Central State 8 as well. So it's so nice to hear from so many members of the community. At this time, we need a motion to approve admission into the Central State 8 Conference.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the invitation to the Central State 8 Conference and for the administrators and activity director to take the necessary steps in making this change as soon as possible.
Okay, motion made by Mr. Gordon. We need a second. Second made by Mr. O'Donoghue.
Ms. Singleton,
Yes.
Ms. Gleason,
Yes.
Mr. Gordon,
Yes.
Mr. O'Donoghue.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Okay, we are removing action item C, resolution working cash capital. There was none this month. Action item D, cafeteria worker.
As explained, this is New Holland Middletown, will be going with District 27 for the breakfast and lunch. So we are a little overstaffed in the kitchen, so this will be a reduction in force for one of our cafeteria workers, Brenda Beaver.
Make a motion.
Okay.
Motion made by Mr. Gordon. Second by Mr. O'Donoghue.
Ms. Gleason,
Yes.
Mr. Gordon,
Yes.
Mr. O'Donoghue,
Yes.
Ms. Singleton,
Yes. Okay, motion carries. Action item E, renew the school resource officer contract that was included in our packet on page 18. And our resource officer is Mr. Tim Butterfield. Does anybody have any questions on the contract? I believe it is the same. And the school's responsible for a half of his salary. The rest is paid by the city.
I'll make a motion to renew the resource officer's contract.
Okay, motion made by Mr. Gordon. Second by Ms. Singleton.
Mr. Gordon,
Yes.
Mr. O'Donoghue,
Yes.
Ms. Singleton,
Yes.
Ms. Gleason,
Yes. Okay, informational items. All of the administrative reports were included in your packet. Does anybody have any questions for any of the administrators? I think one thing we always like to mention is our students of the month. Mr. Pelker, do you mind mentioning those?
Yeah, we had the seniors of the month that we did a graduation, Isaiah Wahab and Devin Fry. And then Victoria Martins was the senior of the year that we announced the graduation. They did their interviews up at the bank with community members, and that's how it shook out. So,
That's great. And then also the date was set for freshman orientation for August 5th at 10 a.m.
yeah, it's the corresponding date that we've used before.
Okay. Great. Did anybody else have anything to add?
Another thing I'd just like to add, obviously graduation was Saturday. I thought that went very well. I thought very well attended. Wasn't quite sure with COVID how many people were going to be there, but I thought it went very well. We have 3 days left with students. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Teacher Institute is Friday. And just remind you, there is a luncheon at 11 o'clock, so you're welcome to attend on that. If you could also remember for June, and we'll send you another reminder, if you could bring your red board binders with you so we can update information for you. So we get that updated. And the last thing I had was the ESSER 2 grant. I submitted that and it was approved. Now we're just waiting for reimbursement from the state. So for the ESSER 2, I put on there part of the reimbursement for the windows we did last summer, a couple new floor scrubbers that we bought this year, the asbestos floor removal that we did in here this summer, our Promethean boards, and 3 new driver's ed vehicles are on this one. So we've updated those. So driver's ed will be taken care of for quite a while. ESSER 3 is supposed to be open in July, so it'll be a little more detailed on that one. But ESSER 2 is good to go. That's all I have.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for Mr. Strickland or any of the administrators? Okay, if not, the next regular meeting date will be Wednesday, June 30th, 6 p.m.
So the reason why we had that on there was because it hadn't been approved yet.
Okay, there's no further business or comments. We'll just need a motion to adjourn. Motion made by Mr. O'Donoghue.
One second.
Second by Mrs. Singleton. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, thank you for joining us. I think this is on record our shortest board meeting.